You are being hunted by an invisible predator designed to strip your wealth and leave you trapped in endless debt. They market it as freedom and rewards, but the reality is a mathematically rigged system built against your financial success. Banks spend billions annually studying your psychology, ensuring you swipe without thinking about the severe consequences of your daily actions. The little plastic card in your wallet is a weapon. If used incorrectly, it will destroy your future wealth completely. Today, we expose the mechanics of this trap. We will reveal the exact strategies they use to keep you poor. It begins with the illusion of purchasing power. You see an item, you want it, and plastic makes it yours. Your brain registers the reward immediately, but the pain of payment is delayed until the end of the billing cycle. This decoupling of pleasure and pain is not an accident. It is a highly calculated feature of modern consumer finance. When the bill finally arrives, the trap snaps shut. You are presented with a dangerously deceptive option called minimum payment. Paying only the minimum feels like a relief. However, this is exactly where the credit card companies make their billions. Minimum payments are engineered to keep you in debt for decades while maximizing the amount of interest you eventually pay. Compound interest is supposed to build your wealth, but here it is weaponized against you to drain your bank account. Let us look at the math. A balance of $5,000 can take 30 years to pay off completely. During those 30 years, you will pay back thousands of dollars more than you originally borrowed for that initial purchase. This is the dark truth. The system relies on a large percentage of people failing to clear their monthly balances. They call profitable customers revolvers. These are the people carrying balances from month to month, funding the entire credit industry. Meanwhile, people who pay off their balances completely every single month are ironically referred to as deadbeats by card issuers. Deadbeats do not generate massive interest revenue, so the industry must rely on revolvers to maintain their incredible profit margins. To recruit more revolvers, they lure you in with sign-up bonuses, cash-back offers, and fancy metal rewards credit cards. These perks seem like free money. In reality, they are a psychological Trojan horse designed to change your spending habits. Studies consistently show that consumers spend up to 20% more when using a credit card instead of physical cash. The points you earn are worth fractions of a penny, yet they convince you to spend dollars you lack entirely. Furthermore, merchants raise their prices to cover the hidden processing fees that credit card networks charge for every single transaction. So even if you never pay a dime of interest, you are still paying a hidden tax on everything purchased. Credit scores add another layer of manipulation. You are told you need a great score to survive in today's world. This fear drives you to open more accounts and increase your available credit, deepening your exposure to potential financial disaster. A high credit score does not mean you are wealthy. It simply means you are highly profitable to debt issuers. You are proving that you can borrow large amounts of money and consistently pay them back with heavy interest attached. If you never borrow money, your score drops. The system punishes financial independence and rewards a continuous cycle of borrowing. Consider the marketing tactics. They target young adults and college students who lack financial literacy but possess a lifetime value. They set up tables on campuses offering free shirts or hot pizza in exchange for a signature on binding contracts. Before these students even earn their first real paycheck, they are already chained to a rapidly compounding pile of debt. Once trapped, escaping becomes a monumental task. The interest rates are astronomical, often exceeding 20% on most standard cards. When an emergency strikes, people without savings turn to their cards, converting a temporary crisis into a permanent financial burden. Job losses or medical emergencies, combined with high interest rates, create a vicious downward spiral that leads straight to bankruptcy. The debt collectors take over. They use aggressive tactics and relentless pressure to squeeze every last penny from vulnerable individuals. The stress of this debt destroys marriages, degrades mental health, and severely limits your ability to make future life choices. You cannot invest, you cannot save for retirement, and you cannot build generational wealth while chained to 20% interest. So how do you fight back against a system that is mathematically and psychologically rigged against your long-term success? The first step is radical awareness. You must recognize the card for what it is, a highly dangerous financial tool. You must break the emotional connection to points and rewards. Stop viewing credit limits as an extension of your income. If you cannot afford to buy it with cash today, you cannot afford to buy it with credit right now. We must shift our mindset from mindless consumption to intentional wealth building, prioritizing assets over liabilities in every single transaction. Track every dollar you spend. The friction of accounting for your money replaces the friction lost when swiping a card. Build an emergency fund immediately. Cash in the bank is your only true defense against life's unexpected disasters and expenses. When you have cash reserves, an emergency is just an inconvenience, not a reason to surrender your future to banks. If you currently have credit card debt, you must declare war on it today. Make this your absolute highest priority. Stop using the cards entirely. Remove them from your wallet and delete the saved numbers from your favorite shopping websites. Use the avalanche or snowball method to systematically crush your balances. Pay far more than the deceptive monthly minimum required. Every extra dollar you send to the bank is a direct investment in your own financial freedom and future security. Do not fall for balance transfer traps unless you have a strict, written plan to pay off the entire amount. These transfers often come with hidden fees and retroactive interest clauses that can suddenly explode your debt if mismanaged slightly. Understand that credit cards are not inherently evil, but they are ruthless tools designed by corporations that prioritize massive profits. Only those with iron discipline can use them safely. If you carry a balance even once, you lose the game. Treat your credit card like a debit card. Never swipe unless exact funds already sit in your personal checking account. Set up automatic payments for the full statement balance every month. Do not leave room for human error or forgetful mistakes. By doing this, you extract the small benefits of fraud protection and rewards without feeding the insatiable beast of interest. However, ask yourself if the mental energy required to manage this game is truly worth a measly 2% cash back. Many wealthy people eventually abandon credit cards, preferring the simplicity and absolute control of operating strictly on a cash basis. Your greatest wealth-building tool is your income. When your income is tied up in monthly payments, you are paralyzed. The dark truth is that society has normalized a toxic relationship with debt, making financial slavery look like modern success. Look around you. The expensive cars and luxury clothes are often heavily financed by people drowning in massive monthly payments. True wealth is silent. True wealth is having no payments, owning your time, and letting your money work for you. The banks want you distracted by status symbols. They want you comparing your lifestyle to carefully curated social media feeds. This comparison trap forces you to spend money you do not have to impress people you don't even like. Step away from the noise. Define what financial independence means to you without the influence of predatory marketing and advertising. Educate your children early. Teach them how interest works before the credit card companies reach them on their college campuses. Financial literacy is the only shield against an industry that profits heavily from consumer ignorance and unchecked impulsive buying behavior. Read the fine print of your agreements. The complex legal jargon is specifically designed to confuse and intimidate average consumers. Notice how quickly they can change your interest rates or lower your credit limits if they sense any financial instability. You are playing a high-stakes game where the house sets the rules and can alter them at any moment. Take back control. Your money represents your stored life energy. Stop willingly handing it over to multinational corporate banking institutions. Cancel the cards that charge ridiculous annual fees for benefits you rarely use or completely forget about during the year. Simplify your financial life. The fewer accounts you have to monitor, the less likely you are to miss a payment. Focus your energy on increasing your earning power and investing in assets that appreciate, like index funds or real estate. Let the interest compound in your favor. Watch your net worth grow instead of watching your debt balances steadily multiply. Breaking free from the credit card trap requires immense courage, discipline, and a willingness to live differently from the crowd. You might not have the flashiest lifestyle today, but you will have absolute peace of mind and true financial security. The dark truth is out. The system is rigged, but you no longer have to be a victim of it. Reclaim your financial destiny right now. Cut up the plastic, eliminate the debt, and start building your own permanent wealth. If you found this breakdown highly valuable, please firmly hit the subscribe button so you never miss our future analyses. Thank you for watching Pete Invests. Stay incredibly disciplined, keep eagerly learning, and I will see you in another video.